Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas with your loved ones and family. Okay, because that's very important. And we got a lot to discuss. Cardi B just got another major cosign for one of the kings of all kings in rap, which a lot of fans believe that she can do her own Roman's revenge with this artist. Now, one of the kings of rap, I don't think he is the king of rap, but Eminem said on Shade 45, he said, I love Loose Tooth. She gives no F's. She says exactly what's on her mind, and she's not afraid of nobody. I used to be like that, okay? So, Botch and Bitter is getting some praise from M, who's one of the kings of rap currently, but I don't think he's the king of rap. I didn't really like his last album, but he's still one of the GOATs. You can't deny his talent and impact on hip-hop, okay? So, a lot of fans are hoping that Botch and Bitter could do her own Roman's revenge. That's what the fans are saying, that Botch and Bitter could definitely get an Eminem collaboration, because this ain't the first time he has shown her love. He's shown her love in the past too. So a lot of fans are hoping that on her next album, which is supposed to be coming in 2025, that she has an M collaboration. Let me know how y'all feel about that. And let me know, how do y'all think that's going to sound? In my opinion, I don't think M and Botch and Bitter would sound good on the record. Okay, he can easily wash her. It wouldn't even be like a back and forth or, where he's matching somebody's energy. Like him and Nicki made sense going back and forth because she can out rap a lot of these male rappers. And Roman is a beast, okay, on the mic. I don't feel like Botch and Bitter has ever in her career have an iconic verse. I mean, people talk about Bodak Yellow being iconic, but I'm talking about like an iconic verse like Monster, Roman's Revenge, Looking Ass Niggas, her Red Ruby verses. I don't feel like she's ever had any iconic verses throughout her career. I don't feel like it. Like, I think she had Yesterday 2. A lot of people like her Yesterday 2 verse with Gorilla Glue, and people talk about Bodak Yellow. But other than that, I feel like, she's very mediocre when it comes to the verses that she puts out, and that's why she can't do a lot of male collaborations, because they'll wash her on, a song. He would have to dumb it down. But let me know how y'all feel about it, and if you guys would be here for a collaboration. Now, moving on to Doja, okay? Fans are giving Doja Cat her 10s and saying that she has revolutionized pop music, okay? Also, fans are saying that Sabrina Carpenter basically copied Doja Cat and is Doja's daughter, because they're saying Espresso is like the copycat version of Say So. That's what they're saying on the streets. Here's my thing. I feel like Doja Cat, she is pop to a certain degree, but she's not Sabrina Carpenter pop. Like, Sabrina don't rap. Like, Doja Cat, people forget, like, Doja Cat had verses where she was rapping and Say So. It wasn't just all the way singing. And I think people try to box Doja Cat into, like, that pop category. But I feel like Doja Cat is just a multi-diverse artist. And I don't feel like Sabrina Carpenter is her son. Now, if you want to say that she copies Ariana in the Charts That's Racist, that makes more sense. But Sabrina's not rapping in her verses. Okay, let's be very clear. Okay? And that's what Doja Cat does on all of her pop songs. She raps at least one verse. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's comparable. I think people need to go outside and touch some grass. Now, fans are upset at SZA and saying that she is morphing into Nicki Minaj. Okay? So, SZA was going off even though it was Christmas Eve and saying N-words, try to sabotage, not knowing it only motivates me, silly goose, okay? So fans felt like that was a Nicki Minaj-esque type of tweet. Then she said, the fact that y'all have me at number one for the third day with no playlisting, no promo, no radio on a deluxe, this is why I try my best because y'all always got me no matter what. Now, SZA was number one on Paolify Global's top artist chart for 3 days in a row. Then a fan clocked her tea and said, well, actually, you do get playlisting, okay? You are on the cover of Paolify's R&B playlist. So that's what the fans were saying. And then a Barb also clocked SZA and said, meanwhile, you were waiting for a certain person to drop to try to sabotage them. So some of the Barbs believe the reason why SZA's Deluxe came out so late is because she was waiting for the Pink Friday 2 Deluxe to come out. And Nicki Minaj never dropped the Pink Friday 2 Deluxe. She has went on hiatus. Another fan said she's morphing into we know who, ... because she posted on her Instagram, this is AI, but lovely, with an emoji. Okay, so some fans are feeling like she's morphing into Nicki Minaj. She's starting to say that she's been sabotaged. She's not getting radio, playlisting, all the things an artist gets when their album drops. But SZA, I need you to sit the F down. First of all, you dropped your album late. Of course, you're not getting any playlisting or radio. Okay, even though you are on the R&B playlisting, you might not be on the pop playlisting, and I think that's what she meant. She's not on the pop playlisting, she's on the R&B playlisting. But let's not act like, okay, you didn't drop your album in the middle of the day on Friday when you were supposed to drop it at 12 o'clock at midnight. Okay, you didn't do that. You dropped in the middle of the day talking about all the mixes ain't right. So when you drop a project late, you're not going to get the promotion and marketing that you think you're going to get. Now, similar to Nicki Minaj, who previously had to fire management and cut the snakes out of the camp, it has been reported on Christmas, SZA and her manager Punch have parted ways. She has unfollowed him on Instagram, and he has removed I Manage SZA from his ex-Twitter bio. So fans are saying that SZA is getting sabotaged like Nicki Minaj was by her prior management, and that's why she is tweeting like Nicki Minaj. That's what the fans are saying. They're saying that she is going through a Nicki Minaj hate train because she has corporate giants and ex-managers against her. She's upset at Paolify because they wasn't giving her playlisting. Her ex-manager is sabotaging her rollouts. And that is similar to what Nicki Minaj has previously went through. She's in her Nicki Minaj hate train era. Now, moving on to Scratch Off. It looks like she got a baller waiting for her. 21 below average. You might want to step it up and promote Scratch Off to main chick. Because she's been the side chick for the last 5 years. And you still married, okay? But Ben Simmons commented under Scratch Off's picture, which ain't really recent. Okay, the picture's not recent. She done post this, like a week or two ago? And he said, Merry Christmas. I'm home alone. Scratch Off responded like the thirst bucket that she is. And she said, man, ain't you got another shot to work on? Okay. With a straight face emoji. Okay. So it looks like she wasn't too impressed. But even if you in a relationship, you should never responded, in my opinion. But let me know how y'all feel about this. Do you think she should leave 21 below average for Ben Simmons? Didn't he date Kendall Jenner and she cheated on him or something like that? I could have sworn he left Tanaje for Kendall Jenner, then Kendall Jenner left him. Okay, so I don't really feel bad for Ben Simmons. He's been taking L's after L's. Does he even have any rings? I mean, he focused on shooting his shot in the DMs and in comments, shouldn't he be working on his shots on the court? Because I don't even think he has any rings. You don't got no NBA championship rings. So I think he got better things to focus on. Now, moving on to Soulless Ice Spice, you will be receiving Donkey of the Day, okay? Who in the hell told Ice Spice to release the deluxe of Y2K on Christmas or Christmas Eve? Who told this hoe that she was Queen Bee and she could do that? I mean, are you delusional? You didn't even crack 50,000 when you dropped your first album, Y2K, in July. What do you think you're going to sell on Christmas week? Okay, you think you the queen of Christmas or something? Okay, the ice is melting. You are not snow. And on top of that, these remixes are trash. Okay, the Hannah Montana song, Garbage. You sound the same on every record. And who the hell wants a DaBaby on a remix? DaBaby and Bottom Bussy and LE Choppa. I mean, like, oh my goodness, that's the best you can do? Oh, you definitely fell off. Ice is melting and she won't be relevant in the next 2 years. Oh no, no Spice. This was terrible. The whole deluxe is trash, in my opinion. Everything. Okay? And you look kind of scary now. You know, at first I thought people was being a little bit dramatic, but I think you starting to look worse and worse by the months, okay? You talking about you eating your oats. The oats ain't working. You look soulless, and honestly, it looks like you popping pills. It's not giving that you doing Ozempic. This gives like you're doing popping pills or some sort of drugs, in my opinion. Allegedly. No shade. But that's what it's given. So, Ice Spice, you're receiving Donkey of the Day for this trash deluxe that we didn't really need. Okay, you should have just went on hiatus and come back. I think you should come back in maybe the summertime, like maybe right before the summertime, May. You know, maybe get a BBL or something. I don't know. Something's off about you. Body-wise, face-wise, everything looks off. So I think maybe you should follow in the other female rappers' footsteps and try to get some work done. Now, moving on from that, Queen Bee set it off at the halftime show on Christmas Day. Okay? Completely killed it. Okay? And she also brought out some guests. Queen Bee brought out Tiara Kennedy, Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, Rhino Roberts, Post Malone, Shabuzi, and Blue Ivy, who will be taking the crown once Queen Bee decides to pass the torch, okay? That's why she has Blue Ivy performing with her at the Renaissance World Tour. She brought her out for the halftime show. She also performed at the Oscars. A lot of people don't remember that, but Blue did perform at the Oscars because Queen Bee will be skipping over Walmart Beyonce and passing the torch to Blue Ivy, okay? Despite y'all not supporting Mufasa, she don't care. Blue Ivy will be getting the crown. Now, with that being said, Queen Bee's mic was on, okay? She was singing live. She wasn't lip syncing like Mariah Carey did in her performance. Mariah definitely was lip syncing. She was not singing live. Queen Bee did. And she did choreography. You know, she wasn't just standing at the mic with a leotard like some artists do. This had like a homecoming vibe. Like when she was performing, I was like, this is giving homecoming Coachella vibes. You know, but she was doing choreography. She ate the choreography up, especially when she did Buckin'. She ate that up. I'm like, Queen Bee, she got to go on tour because she eating these performances up. I feel like Queen Bee sets the bar so high for performances. It's like everybody else is not as great when it comes to performing, in my opinion. I just feel like Queen Bee sets the bar so high. I'm like, she came out on a white horse. The vocals were top notch. She didn't miss a beat. Okay. And Blue Ivy ate up the choreography too. Blue Ivy was eating up the choreography. Y'all was sleeping on Blue. Y'all said she was stiff on the Renaissance tour, but she was not stiff during this halftime performance. Now, Queen Bee did tease something coming January 14th, 2025. A lot of people want to know, what is that? Is she teasing a tour? Okay, on the 14th of January? Are the visuals coming out? I feel like it's a little bit too late for the visuals. Okay, I don't care about the visuals for Act 2. Now, if she dropping Act 3, then we can talk about something. You know, if she dropping Act 3, then we can talk about something. But if it's Act 2 visual, she can keep that. Okay? We only care about the tour, if she going on tour, and if she is doing Act 3. That's all we care about. I don't care about Act 1 and Act 2 visuals because, you know, that's old. I mean, you know, Cowboy Carter been out already. Okay? Been out for what? 8 months, 9 months already? We don't care about no visuals. So let me know how y'all feel about it, but she ate it up. Now, moving on from that, Tyler, the bottom feeder, put out the remix to Kung Fu Kenny's Hey Now. Okay? Well, it wasn't a remix. He did his own rendition of Hey Now. His version was called That Guy. And honestly, I was surprisingly impressed. Usually, I don't get into Tyler, the bottom feeder, musically at all. But I'm going to say he killed his freestyle for Hey Now. He definitely killed it. I think him and Kung Fu Kenny should do something together, even though no shade, Tyler. But I definitely think Kung Fu Kenny could wash you. Easily on a record. It wouldn't even be up for discussion. He can easily wash you. But I would not mind them doing a collaboration. I feel like he low-key killed his little freestyle that he did for Hey Now. He low-key ate it up. I was actually really shocked. Okay? So, you know, I gotta give Tyler, the bottom feeder, his 10s. You know, usually I don't give him no 10s, but, you know, I can give somebody props when it's due. I didn't really care for his album like that. I probably was the minority. I didn't really care for his album like that, but he sound good on Hey Now, okay? It probably was the beats, you know. One thing I will say, Kung Fu Kenny, with this album, the beats are really great, okay? The beats, the mixing of the records is really great. And I think that can make or break the record. I don't feel like Tyler Creator, his beats were as great as Kung Fu Kenny's on GNX. I have to say that. But, you know, Kung Fu Kenny probably had better producers. He had DJ Mustard. You know, he had the Chart Obsessed Racist producer, Jack Anoff, producing some of the tracks on the album. So, of course, you know, the production was going to be quality. Now, moving on from that, Mariah, the scientist, will be receiving Donkey of the Day yet again. So, another jail call gets leaked from, you know, Bottom Bussy Young Thug. He was bragging to one of his friends on the jail call, talking about how he talks to 10 girls a day. Okay, so Mariah, sorry, he been cheating on you the whole time. And he said in the video, and I watched it, he said that Mariah kind of loves him too much. Okay, so basically, he called Mariah a sucker. That's what I got. He tweeted, I love your game more than life, mommy. Sorry to my baby for all this bullish on the internet. I love you, baby. F them all. We know what's up with us. Now, when a man says, we know what's up with us, that means you boo-boo the fool. Okay, Mariah? That means you let him get away with a lot. Then he said, she's so mad. I said, Merry Christmas, and she said, thank you. Okay, so now he clowning you on the internet. Okay, here's my thing. You know, I'm happy that Mariah's getting played because the music is going to be phenomenal. I know when she dropped her next single or album, oh, she got some tea to spill. Okay, I think her best music to date, in my opinion, was when, you know, Little Twizzler here, aka Lil Yachty, was playing in her face. Okay, so I definitely think the music is going to be hidden, but it's kind of embarrassing for you to be getting played by a man that just had a RICO charge and he got 10 years of probation. I mean, this is why you shouldn't stick around when men go to jail. it's time for you to move on, Mariah. But if you don't, I think the music is going to be fire. So maybe you should stick around a little bit longer and then leave, because I think your next album is going to be Grammy nominated. Okay, especially put that heartbreak music in there. Especially since Musty Walker ain't doing it. Musty Walker been putting out trash. But I think you can step in and take her spot. So I'm here for the heartbreak music, but I do believe that he's low-key playing you, but you probably don't care. Now, I see a lot of delusional people saying that Queen B copied Rihanna's Super Bowl performance back in 2023. Let's be very clear. Queen B don't have to copy Rihanna. Rihanna actually admitted that she took inspiration from Queen B. Rihanna says that she studied Queen B's halftime Super Bowl performance to prepare for her own. She says she is a beast in a whole other level. So even Rihanna admitted that she had to watch Queen B's Super Bowl performances in the past to prepare for her own. And mind you, Kanye did a similar stage setup for his Pablo World Tour that Rihanna copied. And let's not also forget, Queen B had the same similar stage setup for her tour back in 2018. I think this probably was the Lemonade World Tour, but she did this back in 2018 already. Okay? Rihanna playing catch up to the performances, okay? Because she definitely can't outdo Queen B vocally. Choreography-wise, she can't outdo her. Stage presence-wise, she can't outdo her. So let's stop, okay? You know, Rihanna, she's an icon, but she can never compete with Queen B performance-wise. Actually, if we keep it at 1,000, Queen B's halftime performance on Christmas Day was way better than Rihanna's halftime performance at the Super Bowl. Let's be very clear. It was 10 times better. Oh my goodness. Rihanna was wobbling around, not even fully singing in the mic, because she was, 3 to 5 months pregnant, and she barely did any choreography. Let's be very clear. Queen B, her performance ate up Rihanna's performance easily. Stop. You're delusional if you say otherwise. Let's stop. You cannot like Queen B, but you got to give her props. Now, Punch from TDE changed his bio back on Twitter to "I manage SZA ... I think." Okay, so it looked like he wasn't too sure if he managed SZA, and then he changed it again to "I manage SZA. TDE is the family. Respect the art form." Okay, and he also tweeted, "Shaking my head. Change your bio and everything goes haywire. I'm beginning to suspect some of you guys don't fancy me very much." Okay, so that is what Punch TDE said. But SZA did confirm that they parted ways, unless, she's in her lying Scorpio bag. She said, "Nothing to celebrate. The end of an era. I wish him the best, whatever his choices may be." Okay? So it looked like she alluded to on Instagram them basically going their separate ways, okay? Because she's saying the end of an era, nothing to celebrate. But he's still saying that he managed SZA. So either SZA's in her lying Scorpio bag, like she usually is, or they had an argument, okay? Of course, it had to be around Christmas time, and she fired him, okay? And maybe he hasn't come to grips with it yet. SZA was also sneak dissing on Instagram. She said, or actually she posted, "Who's the messiest person you know?" And she circled a man. Okay, so she's trying to say Punch TDE is messy. Okay, let me know how y'all feel about that. I feel like SZA, if you gonna leave, just leave and stop all the sneak dissing. Okay, but don't be lying now. Okay, we better not see you in Punch TDE Keycan next week, because y'all didn't have to take it to the internet. Y'all took it to the internet. SZA was saying that she was getting sabotaged. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all grown. I mean, SZA about 35, 40. Okay? So, y'all better not start keying next week and make up. Okay, y'all need to let this go. And no shade to TDE Punch. I don't think you should manage SZA no more. I don't think you're fully equipped to manage SZA because you ruined her last 2 to 3 album releases, to be quite honest. So, no shade. Donkey of the day to TDE Punch. Okay, he got to receive it. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.